Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for choosing the LBLCS Airlines. This is your Captain Les4 speaking, and to my right is my co-pilot Bear. We are taking you on a journey on Bear Force One tonight. How we doing tonight?
Amazing. I'm ready for takeoff.
We are ready for takeoff. Gonna warn you guys now. There's probably gonna be a lot of airplane puns tonight. We are full throttle. And speaking of full throttle, these guys are just ready to go with draft right on time. We love to see it. And we are already into the ban phase. CLG Plunderers against Dynasty Stray. A big matchup in Financial C tonight. We're looking to see one of these teams try to punch their way into that playoff picture. And you're probably watching with some heavy interest. You are, in fact, a Financial C player.
I am a Financial C player, so yeah, I played one of these teams. I played CLG Plunderers 2 weeks ago. I've still yet to play Dynasty Stray, but I'm excited to go against them. As we're seeing some typical bands come out here, Aurora, Viego, Lilia, good picks, good bands. I love it. MF band as well. So
yeah, obviously a lot of jungle prio here. The Kindred just got buffed, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see a ton of bans on Kindred and Graves in the near future. CLG gonna pick up the B1 Jin, a bit of a safe 80 carry, provides that nice long landing strip with the R. Excited to see what Dynasty Stray answers into it with.
Yeah, I really like Jin as a utility answer. I also have just now realized that I do need the draft
Do need the draft link. That is a great point. Let's hook up Bear here so that he can see what is going down. Chat can still see what's going on, although I cannot. Perfect. There you go. And there's the Varus answer.
I'm excited.
Frog Guy 777 putting it best. Just shut up and turn on the gamble.
Based Frog Guy.
We here at LBLCS Airlines are big proponents of gambling, but again, I do encourage you to wait until you see at least 3 champions on every side before you start to make bets. Otherwise, we're just getting a little reckless. Mumu picked up for Dynasty Stray. Could go jungle, could go support, could go somewhere else. Could be spicy.
It'd be spicy. Mumu, Varus, we're going to see the Tarek picked up. This is a pretty big signature pick for a camp right now. He's been spending quite a bit of it. We took off his hands when we played against him, but, so that's the Tarek tax that I think comes with this team. So him getting to pick it up right here, getting a Nocturne to follow, really good combo. Obviously, Tarek gets to support Nocturne when he goes diving crazy all in. So, I really like that pick. I'm excited to see. I think Amumu jungle is amazing. I'm a big Amumu fan. A lot of people are big Amumu fans. So the sad mummy,
He might have no friends, but he's got a lot of fans. Pretty good at clearing at the moment. We'll see maybe if this tells us if it's going jungle or support. With no time left on the clock, we get the Karma, which technically doesn't tell us a lot. If it's Varus Karma bot lane, that sounds terrible for Tarek. If it's Karma mid or top, that just sounds terrible for whoever they end up going against. We'll have to wait and see here, and that's kind of the pressure. Dynasty Stray putting the pressure on CLG. They gotta make their call on where these champs are going, because they could throw out 2 jungle bans, and then Dynasty Stray can just throw the Amumu support, and then all of a sudden those bans were a waste. Smolder mid gonna get banned away.
Smolder mid, Smolder just in general. I guess that could go top as well. I'm not familiar with a lot of these people's games. I know CLG Plunderers has a really big. He's a really big Riven player up top, in Agu. But for tonight, could see the Aatrox take away. He has pretty good Aatrox if I remember correctly, but we shall see.
Yeah, no tops likely on the table just yet. You'd have to assume that as the captain of Dynasty Stray, Golden, who I believe is the top laner, should be looking to, or no, they're actually playing mid, so maybe it'll be the mid counter pick here. If I was a captain, I'd be saving my pick for last. We see Corki, Smolder, and actually a little differing strategy here. Dynasty Stray going with the mid bans, while CLG going with those top lane counters.
It makes sense. You know, if you kind of have an idea what you want to end up playing on blue, which is probably a tank in this instance, Mordekaiser, really good takeaway. Obviously, Dr. Mundo obviously beats every tank in the game right now. And then on the other side of that, you're gonna blind pick. Okay, I still don't know where anything's going. So this is a Mumu jungle. We've locked that in, right?
Well, not
But-
necessarily Karma top, Seraphine mid, a Mumu support. Could happen. It seems unlikely, but
Seems unlikely.
this is the
but-
LBLCS, and anything can happen in this league on
True.
this airline.
On this airline. Anything's possible. Okay. Lysandra just got a buff as well. Does pretty well, I think. A nice Q buff. Electric Clear Wave a little bit better. I don't know how I like it into their team comp at the moment. Varus does seem like a little bit of a target. Is gonna have a really hard time to get through, obviously, this Karma and the Seraphine shields. Which, you know, Seraphine's a hard champ.
I like the Lysandra a lot. It's a good dive buddy with the Nocturne. Kind of get in on this Varus, on this Seraphine. You know, who are assuming to kind of be the carries on Dynasty Stray so far. Lysandra's just a really fun champ in general. I enjoy watching. Has that lockdown. Doesn't play, you know, too passive in the lane, but can definitely like move with a jungler. Maybe that's like some bias coming out from me. Blind Ornn, you called tank top, and we're gonna see what the final piece of the puzzle is for Dynasty Stray. Going to be the Olaf. So a lot of healing, a lot of shielding on the side of Dynasty Stray.
I love that pick. Olaf, very, very strong at the moment. Obviously, with buddies of Karma and Seraphine, is going to be very hard to kill. Even if they didn't have him, he would still be pretty hard to kill. So, yeah, I really like this draft. I think that Dynasty Stray has put together a good team comp that counters CLG Plunderers quite well. I think CLG Plunderers, in my mind, is lacking a little bit of damage. But, you know, Lysandra gets ahead, Nocturne gets ahead, Jhin gets ahead. That's a lot of damage. And of course, there's always Ornn early, so.
Kato 1000, we are not going to ignore your subscription. Thank you once again for subscribing to the low budget LCS. Coming up on 8 months. We are 1 month shy of that threshold. But you already know the deal. You've been here a while. You're gonna head to the Denny's. You're gonna knock 3 times on the dumpster. Todd's, you know, he's come on some hard times. He's had some schmeckle bets not go his way. He'll let you in for free. Pancakes on us. Yada yada yada. As we will
Very true.
We will swap over to the in-game overlay, and I will set up the prediction. You are obviously one of the most knowledgeable, gamblers that we have on the stream.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it's a really low bar. It's like Buggle and I are pretty bad at it. LeChance steers clear. So what are you thinking here? Looking at these two comps, the chat is depending on you. Frog Guy, Kato, these degenerate gamblers need your help.
So I'm just gonna, I won't preface anything. I'm going Dynasty Stray right here for the first game. I love the Olaf pick. That's what I'm going with. And now I will wait until after the people follow my advice. So we shall see.
Oh, little unlucky here. Looks like somebody got kicked out real quick, because I guess I should also share my screen to you so that you can see what's going on, Bear.
True, of course.
That would probably be helpful. Somebody disconnected. They got to get right back in. And yeah, that's like just feels like a shot at you. You know, maybe a stray. Kind of.
Oh, it's not even Agu. Oh, I was wrong. It's ink is going up top. Oh, well, this changes my whole prediction. Nah, I'm still going Dynasty Stray. Brian Rot. What happened to Brian?
Hardly knew him. Could have also been brain rot. There's a very good chance. You know, us Gen Zers.
Said Brian.
Well, no, but it might have meant brain rot. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Oh, Kato, good call. The coin toss really kind of helps. You gotta see it all in person before you decide to flip the coin.
I informed a coin toss. It's so good.
While we are waiting for these champs to be picked, hopefully not get kicked out a second time. How's our week been, Bear? Anything exciting going on?
Not me think. I bought a new Wheaties box. So that was pretty exciting.
Now,
It's
just
got
just
Billie
to
Jean
clarify,
King
is
on
it like one you'd get at the store or like a collector Wheatie box? Big difference.
Well, it's both.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like did you
Well,
go
it's
to?
one that I bought it at a grocery store.
Okay, that's what I meant. Like, is it currently available?
Yeah, it is currently available, but I gotta start the. I've been buying them since 2021. So added a new one yesterday. I had my Red Bull this morning, so that was always a treat. Poured a little coriander in it, but don't tell my employer. So
That is crazy. I mean, I'm for one not going to snitch you out, but like I know a couple people in chat who might do so. Speaking of, one of those people saying greatest org owner goes to Less Force. I mean, certainly on this call, right? You know, I think I'd have to, like, if I say overall, you know, maybe Zelius has me beat, maybe PC Jackie Boy, but like at least out of these two, number one, right?
certainly not Jack. Certainly not Jack.
Oh, we're not throwing shade at Jackie Boy, are we?
Oh, of course we are. What? Why would Jack be on that list?
Jack's great. Just went and got Margs with him the other, what was that, last Friday. So yeah, actually last week tomorrow, Jackie Boy, Ruffian, and Praetorian all met up, got $4 Margs. Pretty good deal, I gotta say. I was unfamiliar with Baltimore's game.
Baltimore's margarita game.
Yeah, I was not a ball knower.
I was not.
And we do see confirmed.
Who bet 50K? You're ruining my odds over here.
Oh, and that's your loving
God
captain.
Damn it, Joey. God, Joey.
Youngster
Why
Joey
are you ruining it for me?
has that big wallet and he's not afraid to flex it. Got 50K on Dynasty Stray. So if you were looking to make some schmeckles, I'm not giving financial advice, but there's some money to be made on the Plunderers. Oh, and there we go. We're already getting the copy pasta up into the chat. You know, I've learned from the last stream that I saw, but we are going to keep this a PG-13 at worst stream tonight. Lots of airport related puns. Hopefully, no scoldings in chat. Bear, I don't really want to be the one to deliver this message to you, but I was told to tell you that you've been blocked until further notice. You might want to talk to somebody about that.
It'll be fine. I don't even know who that guy is.
Seems like he knows who you are, though. So you guys might have some.
It's the difference. Yeah, I the only reason I know him is because you know, he's famous for that one Ezreal E that one time. So.
Oh,
you got your 10 seconds. See you later.
Well, I got 10 seconds.
And while you're drinking, I can let you know that X1 Skyline, which is Voodoo Mama Juju, I think. Bear, can you tell List Force that he's blocked until further notice? So you are joining in that amazing venture.
Honestly, like, I'm fine with that. I had been kind of meaning to block that guy anyway.
Yeah, I heard he fucking sucks. I heard his team replaced him.
Oh, well, like
this really hot Italian guy. I don't know, something like that.
That's crazy. Because if you, because obviously you were at one point yesterday going to play some Lethal Company with us, right? And if you go to that server, you might see X1 Skyline, possibly trolling a little bit. We're not going to get into it too much, but like I'm still a little salty. That's a topic for another day, though. Got about a minute left on this spectator delay. Our bet is coming up. It's actually closed. And yeah, pretty much that 55 to 20K difference.
T-minus 1 minute until takeover.
T-minus 1 minute. There we go.
God, that was such a good one. I didn't even go, Nethnud. What do you mean? I didn't even go to Lethal Company. Which I have beef with pick with you, Let's Force. Did you tell them that you didn't know where I was?
No, I didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything? What's going on here?
No, it was fine. We are fine. We are fine, chat. We're going to switch over a few seconds early, so you get to stare at this lovely background for a few seconds until the client loads. We can hope and pray that it works, because every single time we come on this stream, it feels like it's a coin toss, you might say. You know. Let's see.
Okay, so what are we? Who's crashing and burning first? Who's getting first blood, and who the fuck's dying first?
All right, so my guess, and this is purely based on champions in this game, I'm going to predict that in the bot lane, Tarek is going to go for a flashy onto the Varus. It's gonna connect, but the shielding from Karma with the exhaust, they're gonna poke him to death. So my guess is first blood onto the Karma, to be specific. Gonna seal the kill from Trash Panda, and it will be Tarek with that first death. I'm sitting at 0% on the load, by the way, so we might have to reload this.
I'm just stating that a camp has the worst skin in this game, and therefore I think he's gonna die first.
Oh, it's like a wood elf. That's like not bad. Well, okay, there's a lot of good skins. There's so many. Okay, like there's a lot of good skins in this game. Like I would say there's maybe one skin that could be in competition for the bottom, and they're both the supports. Let's just throw it out there.
Order of the Lotus Karma is goated as fuck. Can we talk about the Amumu skin? The best Amumu skin. It's
not only the best Amumu skin. I think it's top 5 in all of League of Legends. We are in. We are ready for takeoff. Get your seatbelts on. Grab your complimentary peanuts. We'll turn off these time controls, and we will do our little zoom out. Taking a look at our starting positions, we see all of Dynasty Stray running out towards that top side. Now they're splitting off a little bit, and it looks like CLG just going for a 5-point.
Yeah, what's kind of interesting, I know CLG really likes to invade, especially on blue side, so I'm actually kind of shocked right here. They usually like to go for, I mean, I won't give up too much, but they usually like to kind of look topside for that first initial pick. Surprised they didn't do it here. It's a very popular blue side play, as we're going to see this poke war come out.
One thing I really like about this 5-point is that they're not in the, I don't want to say proper positions, right? But like on Dynasty Stray, you've got the Seraphine where the Amumu typically goes. You've got the Amumu where the Seraphine goes, and then the bot laners are switched. It's interesting. And now, see some dancing up the top side. CZI, certainly going to do that wrong many times this stream. And there we go. Now we're back to the dancing. And
how much top lane gameplay are you think we're going to watch today?
Oh, well, Direct-to-Cam loves top lane, so probably going to see Olaf beating Inked to a pulp, but Ink's going to survive. Going to handle the turbulence well. And we see junglers on the opposite sides of the map. Rigor Mortis starting at their blue buff, and Jordan on theirs.
Yeah, so that's just the normal path. I mean, Nocturne's going to want to full clear. Amumu can look early with that level 3 pressure, especially with the Olaf lane. But obviously getting Olaf ahead, going to be a big deal. Right now, seeing a trade. Okay, force shot. Okay.
Just going to do a little bit of poke in there. Get the glacial. Not too much damage after the fact. We're going to be heading all around the rift. Direct-to-Cam can't make up their mind on who they want to watch. Level 2 picked up here in the bot lane. Could be some damage onto a camp. Going to back this one off. And good trade up here from Inked. But now Olaf may be trying to return the favor. If the trade goes long, it's definitely in favor of the Olaf, I would have to imagine, with that Conqueror. And Amumu slightly ahead of the Nocturne on that clear. Amumu's clear is really, really good. And even as a champ, like you mentioned, that can look for ganks, there's a lot of power in getting that quick clear, getting that reset for the Faded Ashes,
ABC,
and just getting on the map. ABC. We know it, we love it.
Clearing.
That's what we
I'm a
be
big fan of
what
ABC.
we be teaching here in the jungle. Taking a look. Yeah, Mumu gonna have a few seconds here where they'll have all their camps done and they'll have a brief window to maybe look top. Wave is coming in, so it is pretty big, so there's a little bit of risk, but if you have nothing better to do, you may as well.
True. I mean, good look here. No vision plays from Ornn yet, so kind of in a bad spot. Gonna go ahead and walk down. Might get that cheater recall out with that four-way crash. Ooh,
gonna look to get slowed down there by the Ornn on the brittle come through onto the Olaf. So much damage coming in. Gets the double E knockup. Is he gonna be able to flash over the wall? Yes, he is. Is it gonna get followed? The Amumu actually flashes over. We're actually going now down to the bot lane, and there's a 2v2 trade. And Amumu is going under the tower. Can they get the kill? It's gonna be super close on both directions. The tower shot, and that's gonna be a kill over to Inked. First blood for the Ornn.
Well, that wasn't what we expected whatsoever.
No, we almost got what we expected though. Like we saw a camp getting kind of low.
Yeah, true.
But big pickup there from the Ornn. You get the kill. You don't die. You have your teleport. Not going to use it though. So their wave looks like it's in kind of a not great spot. That is the one downside to that play.
True. Mid lane, of course, going as we expect. Both champions just using their abilities on the wave, calling it a day. Hopefully we'll be able to get this over. Scuttle.
Jordan looking to make another play here. Odan going to get out, and now Ornn just going to steal the Scuttle. So Amumu actually not going to come away with either. Nocturne already got that reset off. Got the quick longsword into the boot. Damage coming through onto Seth Plays. Has to walk it out. And there is a E from the Taric. Oh, Seth Plays getting super low here. Varus is going to look to run him down. Trash Panda gets super low here. There's the cleanse. There's the flash in. That's going to be a kill over to a kill. And that's going to be a double kill for the CLG Plunderers in the bot side. And now Olaf trying to run down this Ornn. Does not have flash. Olaf still has Ghost. Not going to pop it here. They're going to play it a little safe.
Yeah, he 100% kills that guy right there. Maybe just no cooldowns. But here, I mean, I would expect a solo kill here eventually. From somebody, we're going to see Ornn kind of thin the wave a little bit. Maybe he doesn't get dove. He doesn't know. Olaf doesn't know that Nocturne's currently in his jungler's jungle, but
a lot of good vision set up by the Plunderers in the enemy's side of the map. You got that ward up by Raptors. You got the ward down on the Gromp. So Jordan kind of getting doesn't have that advantage of the Fog of War, and they're about to realize that they have no camps on their top side.
Also, don't know if you noticed, W Vega raiding us. 27 viewers.
We love Vega. Now, granted, Vega is setting us up to fail a little bit tonight. In the league general, captain of Dynasty Stray was a little disappointed that it wasn't La Vega casting tonight, but we can't hold that against Vega. I mean, I too, if I was a player, I'd want to be casted by La Vega as Amumu.
Fun fact. While we're in layover right now with this lull period.
Oh no, layover here. E connects onto the Karma. Does have the flash. Does have to flash away. You'll take that.
Yeah, just a fun little fact. I've actually never lost a game where LeChance and Vega casted me. I want that to be known. I'm 100% win rate. We're gonna see the Ornn Horn come out. Going on to Amumu.
Amumu has no way out, and that's gonna be a kill onto the Ornn, and 3 grubs going over to CLG Plunderers. So, if you bet on the quote-unquote underdog, you're feeling pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, I'm still pissed at you, Joey.
Yeah, that's a good point, Angel. I mean, and I'm not even gonna disagree. Like, I mean, again, I'm gonna disagree because pancakes are better than waffles, and like we're not gonna get into that today. But the waffle cam is pretty good for Popova does have that going on. Also, we didn't quite notice your top laner did say best caster duo, not a shameless plug.
Wait, what do we?
Duck with the gut said best caster duo.
Bot laner.
Oh, that is your bot laner. You're the top laner.
I'm the top laner.
Yeah, well, you should also think you're the best, right?
Laner? Yeah, well, like, certainly, right?
If you don't, who will, right?
Yeah, exactly. If I won't, who the fuck will? Who the fuck will? Kind of slowed down right now. I don't think it's totally. I know it's a pretty substantial, like 2.8k gold lead going on right now for the side of CLG Plunderers. I do think that you have a really good team fight though. I would love to see this extend. Obviously, Olaf is very, very good into these heavy CC comps. He's really good into Lysandra. He's going to trade really hard into Inked right here, who has burned all of his subs.
Does have the Conqueror, not going to continue it. The Brittle didn't connect there onto the Olaf, which I think made the big difference in that trade. Ornn up a solid amount of CS, which you are really happy if you are the Ornn in this matchup. Let's see if the recall gets stopped. Yes, it will.
Ornn's an assassin. I mean, what can you do?
Ornn's the original Cassante. Let's just, I'm a big fan of Ornn.
That's so based. That's such a base take. Yeah. Ornn is the original Cassante.
Let's take a look here. So, Nocturne sitting pretty. Been able to steal away some camps. Has a solid CS lead. Mid lane, slightly in the favor of CLG. And then bot, same deal. Slight CS advantage, but those kills kind of making the difference. Yeah, a little bit of stormy weather for Dynasty Stray as again another heavy trade up here in the top side. Ornn going to do as much damage as they can, but meanwhile in the bot lane, Rigor Mortis is going in onto the Varus, onto the Karma, is going to pick up the kill, going to be gifted over to.
Wasn't a kill top.
There was no kill top. Those low health bars, but both of them made it out. Does Olaf look to force this? He can't pick up his axe, so he's going to need to wait for the reset. No mana though on the Ornn. Not sure he's going to be able to finish this one out. As the reward from that play bot is going to be this dragon. Amumu is topside. They could look to dive if they can keep him under the tower. He is going to get spotted though.
Oh, dude, stay. No dive. Rip.
So okay. to answer your question, Youngster Joey, any like tax write-offs, donations, things of that nature are handled by our accounting department. You can DM Praetorian specifically for any of those types of needs.
Yeah, why don't we all 62 of us actually DM Praetorian right now about our Schmeckle write-offs?
All right. We may get ourselves into some troubled air if we do that. The plane might start rocking.
He's gonna take away our pilot's license. No.
Being a pilot's a really competitive gig. Like I don't know if you knew how many like even once you get the license, you still have to, because all the spots are, there's incumbents. There's the old people that kind of have the spots. Good dodge from Trash Panda. And now there's going to be a force up here onto the Nocturne. Does have to flash away. W is going to buy this in time, but can they get out for long enough? Ornn is going to start to collapse on the bot side, or from the top side, going down. And Dynasty Stray kind of forcing onto these grubs here. They don't want to give over all the objectives. And despite the 3k gold deficit, that's a big Seraphine on to two people. Not a ton of follow-up, though. Golden gets chunked out here. Now Ornn is walking down. 1v4, does not care. We'll see how this play goes. It's now a 4v4. Ornn coming through. Does connect. Does flash away. Does the Seraphine. Does get connected onto there by the Paranoia, though. Massive Nocturne to the backside. They do get picked off. This is a two-sided fight. Olaf has the Ragnarok, has the Conqueror going. He is trying to pump as much as he can, but that's going to be a 3-for-1 in the end. Double kill over to Odan. Looking to go onto the Karma. Don't know if they have enough left in the tank here. They are going to hit up the root. Tarek looking for the play. Flash not available. So that should just be the end of the play. Gonna see the supports fighting a little bit.
Wait. Support of combat? Okay. Another delay. If you're a fan of the Dynasty Stray in the chat here today, they're gonna take a little bit longer to come around. Hopefully, CZI gonna look to take out Inked. Gonna try to E away. The axes are just gonna keep coming. Obviously. Could look to get that kill. Rigor Mortis is on his way up. Conqueror is procced.
Yeah, Conqueror procced. Gonna get hit up by the Fear here in a moment. Should be a kill going over. Gonna try and do as much healing as they can. It's actually not looking bad. A Camped actually on the meanwhile is nearly dead. Dodges away from the bandage toss. And these bot laners have been by themselves for a solid 2 minutes, and there's a kill from the Karma onto Tarek. And now these two are caught up, but teleport coming in from Lysandra. Can they poke up these guys coming up in time? It's gonna be a 3v3.
Okay.
Odin into the backside, does take out the Karma. Jordan trying to peel off the two people on the backside. Seraphine has to try and throw out the Seraphine abilities. Does pick up a kill onto the Nocturne. But now it is 1v2. Golden has nothing left in the tank. Does not have the Seraphine R. Trying to get away from the Lysandra before the CC comes through. Signs of life here. Oh, they're going to get locked up under the tower, and they're looking to go all...
Oh.
They almost had no mana on the Ornn. Can't really follow up with that E under the tower. Certainly not without trading.
Wait, dive him.
Dive him. You just want to see violence. You just...
I'm here to see violence.
Speaking of violence, Trash Panda has a good trade here in this 1v1. Does have the... Did already use the R. Does force them out.
Good look. This Lethality Varus got...
Speaking of Lethality Varus, shutdown from downtown. Tarek can't save him. And that's a big shutdown over to Trash Panda.
Check him, computer. Heat check him.
My God, looks like Steph Curry in the Olympics. A camp's getting frisky. We're gonna get the plate though, right, guys? Yeah. Let's fucking go.
So the gold's still looking good for the CLG Plunderers, but there are signs of life here from Dynasty Stray. They are looking for fights, and they're getting decent looks. I mean, we're seeing kills. Mumu picked up a couple there. We just saw Varus pick up a big shutdown. And you mentioned Varus, this lethality build is super strong at the moment. So if you can kind of get this Olaf, the Seraphine off the ground and get them in the air, things are looking pretty good for him.
Very, very true. Odan, another big problem. Obviously, the cleanse is going to help out quite a bit when it comes to the... Oh, we're going to see
Jordan catching out. Flash comes through. That's going to be a double connect. Curses that mummy. Humoring so much from a camp. Not going to be enough. Tarek now has to flash over the wall, and that might be a dragon here for Dynasty Stray. No ADC. You do have the Nocturne with the Paranoia. You have the Lysandra. Really big if Dynasty Stray can find a way to get this Lysandra shut down, but she's staying mid, so might just be a free dragon here.
Free dragon. It's a good pickup on this side, of course. With the grubs, obviously, 4-1. It's great to pick up this second dragon just to kind of equalize that a little bit because you did lose out on most of the grubs. But Rift Herald is also up. No one's in position, so it's anybody's game. We're gonna get deep vision clear from the side of Dynasty Stray. Obviously, if I was CZI, I would be wanting to kill this guy so bad, but obviously he has items finish, and we're simply an Olaf with a phage, so...
Yeah, gonna have to bide our time there. I think the last couple minutes have gone really good for Dynasty Stray, as a solid trading coming out mid. The gold lead, despite it being heavily in CLG's favor, this could be one of those spots where Dynasty Stray kind of feel like they're getting the momentum back a little bit, and maybe CLG kind of feeling like their gold lead's not as big as it actually is. I'm curious to see what this Rift Herald's going to look like if either team is actually... We have a big play mid. Oden going to have to pop the Lysandra R. Nocturne Paranoia is coming through. They are onto the Amumu, and he just gets obliterated by that Nocturne with the Stride Breaker. And this Lysandra hurts.
Yeah, that's one thing about the Amumu build currently. Leandri's, a lot of health involved, not a lot of resistances, unfortunately. So Amumu kind of got a little bit of a squishier build. Nocturne could look to dive here. I believe this next wave is a cannon wave. The perfect time to do it if it is. It is. Wow.
It's like you play top lane or something.
Yeah, it's like I play top lane or something. This is where I start pinging Joey. I'm like, Joey, we can dive him. Please.
And unlike your last jungler, he'll actually do it. It does look like they're looking for the dive here. Tower is nearly gone. There is a teleport coming through, but that's actually just going to get canceled by the tower going down. Olaf has to pop the ghost. Call the 4-shot coming through. Is going to connect, and Olaf is trying to ramp up with the Ragnarok as best they can. Double kill going to come out here. Curse this out mummy is doing a lot of work, but it's going to be a 4-0-6 Ornn up in the top side. And
Ornn. The original Cassante. We say it over and over again. Sneaky damage early, of course. A Trash Panda gonna have to do his best. Gumayushi impression here. Hopefully gonna end up being able to one-shot this Ornn later on. I don't know how Lethality Varus works. I have no idea if he's gonna do any damage, so...
Well, I think you're hoping that the rest of the team can kind of kill the Ornn, because outside of that, you do have pretty squishy members. The Jhin, the Lysandra is fairly squishy, and the Nocturne. So... You're kind of hoping that these the Leandri on the Amumu, the Dot coming out from the Seraphine, you're hoping that they can kind of do the work on to this Ornn, who is going to be a big problem. But picking up that first dragon, or I guess second dragon, first dragon for them, should really help them out, because that buys them 5 minutes.
Very, very true. Very, very true. This is one of those moments where if you're Ornn, you're feeling unstoppable. You know, you're feeling like there's no turbulence in the way. You see the geese passing by as you're driving over. Odan, obviously down here, gonna look for the play. Not gonna get anything out of it.
Just gonna swipe away from their Jhin. Very respectable.
Very, very true. Jordan lurking, doesn't know he's sitting on a ward. Both of them don't know they're sitting on wards right now.
The suspense is killing. They are looking to aggress here onto Odin. Actually going to connect with the bandage toss. Trying to get as much damage as they can, and that's going to be the paranoia coming in. Ooh, they're going to pop the Amumu before the Curse the Sad Mummy is up, and Ornn has TP'd down. Karma trying to run. This damage from the Lissandra might be too much, but the healing and the shielding from Seraphine Karma going to get them out. Varus looking to catch the Jhin. Does the combat kill? No, it does not.
Oh, wait.
Trash Panda trying to 1v5 here. Does get knocked up by the Ornn E. Jhin W comes through, and Ornn is unstoppable. 16-5 goes the kill count.
Yeah, this is one of those moments. It's a good feeling if you're on CLG Plunderers, and it's a not so great feeling if you're on a Dynasty Stray currently. I believe there are signs of life. There is, of course, the fabled 5-minute Seraphine ult, 5-minute Mumu ult with the Varus Q, and Olaf coming in to clean it up. So I have faith, of course, because if no one will, I will.
Can you imagine the 5-man Varus Q just like
everyone?
Like playing like COD 4 back in the day, hitting the triple collateral. It's I don't know if he's getting through the Ornn quite that easily, but we'll see what Dynasty Stray looks to do here. Again, I think you're kind of in a spot where you have to really pick your battles. I'm not sure this dragon is the battle they want to pick. Should just be going over to CLG.
Send it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the alternative.
Fucking full send it.
You could full send it, but if you do, there is a good chance you crash and burn. We'll see what they decide to do here. Amumu is around this this dragon, so that suggests that they're going to try and contest this.
Look, if fucking Captain Chelsea Sullenberger didn't teach me nothing, it's to fucking full send it into the Hudson River. So that's what I'm fucking hoping for.
That was a good pull in the river. I love that a lot. Lissandra going in. They're gonna call the Forge God. Bounce the Seraphine R. Does it onto multiple. Does stop the Seraphine, and that is a massive Amumu Curse. The Sad Mummy to the backside. Nocturne is trying to do the best they can, but they have to go over the wall. Ornn is in a 1v2 on the top side. There's not a lot of damage here. Olaf is trying to run down the Jhin. Does have the flash. Ornn has to flash over the wall, and that play 1-0 in favor of Dynasty Stray. Shot down onto this Amumu, and they're looking to do the dragon.
We made it into the Hudson, ladies and gentlemen. The curtain call's gonna come out.
Curtain call on the runway, trying to pop onto this dragon. Not going to do it. Rift Herald's getting popped there in the mid lane. Dynasty Stray is going to have to answer this, or their base is going to start to crumble. Amumu on the dragon. They're going to finish this off. Rest of the team looking to rotate it over. That's going to be an objective bounty. And Ornn doing a little bit of a Tokyo drift. He's going to hit onto this tower. Can he get out though? Does not have the flash. He is 1v5. Might have bit off more than he can chew. Stridebreaker, Bandage Toss going through. Lissandra's TPing it onto the backside. That's going to be a big Terror card trying to buy as much time as they can. Lissandra going in onto the back. Olaf gets popped. Lissandra gets popped right away. Amumu trying to do as much as they can. Ornn going under the tower. There's so much damage coming through from the Seraphine, from this Varus. Ornn gets taken out. Massive shutdown onto the Varus. That's 550 gold. Jhin double kill for Seth Plays, and he has to flash away. Flash in from the Varus. Going to get the triple kill onto the Jhin. Gets popped by the Varus, and all that is left is the Seraphine, Nocturne, and the Taric. Flash in from Nocturne with the Taric. He does not connect, and that's a 4-man kill. Dynasty Stray hanging on for dear life. All that we have left are Taric and Seraphine. What is going on?
What a position to be in if you're Dynasty Stray. Signs of life come through. The Varus doing the damage, trying to pump out for his team. Amumu throwing his body on the line. My goodness, putting it all out there.
So much happened in that fight. I think every single summoner that could be popped, except for Karma Exhaust, was used in that play. That flash in from the Nocturne was pretty baller. Taric put the W on him, tried to flash in for that stun, but well played by Golden and company. Trash Panda, like you mentioned, did so much work in that fight. And despite the gold lead not really changing, again, you got to feel like momentum kind of going the way of Dynasty Stray. They get the dragon. They stop, they now have the soul to potentially stack towards.
My goodness. Youngster Joey summing that play up perfectly. I'm getting heart palpitation. Oh my goodness. What an absolute slaughter that just went down. 4 for 4. My goodness. It's exactly what you want to see. We saw the early fight into the river. Obviously picked Alessandra up quite early. She came back to fight, still ended up dying, went 4 for 4 for it. We're seeing the Baron being set up around. Ornn does need to be a little bit careful. I don't think they can exactly make a play on him.
I mean, no Lissandra TP. Olaf trying to slow him down as best they can. Call the Force Guard coming in. Amumu saving the Curse of the Sad Mummy. R does not connect, and this is 1v3. Ornn is tanky, but I don't know if he's this tanky. Olaf just going to run rampant here, and that's going to be another kill. Paranoia is coming through over the top. Looks like they're actually trying to make a play bot lane. Multiple members. So Lissandra going to get traded here, and with Nocturne bot, I mean, they could look to do the Baron, but if they do that, they're going to lose a lot of their base bots. So they're sending Varus down. They don't have the damage, so they are going to respect that. But there should be a tower going down here top as well for the Olaf.
I mean, good trades. I mean, if this is Dynasty Stray, I mean, any play is a good play at this point. Any positive, a net positive gold play is a good play. We're obviously down 7k gold. We're locked in right now. We're going to see the Karma be a pest a little bit, of course. Varus is here to join. If Varus one-shots Jhin with a full charge Q, I will shout. Yeah. I will shout as loud as I can.
Seth plays, gonna get rooted up here. Olaf going under the tower, just going to run it out. Ornn. TP is coming through from the Ornn. Does not have R though. Double TP coming in. Seraphine could look for a massive. Does not actually have the R. Tarek R gets popped, trying to buy time for the team. They don't have a lot of ultimates up here. Jordan has to run away from this Jhin. And that looks like that might be the end of the play, but actually we have another TP coming in from Lissandra. Amumu is probably going to get popped here. Curtain call is in. Lissandra into the backside trying to lock up multiple people. Amumu is going to get sacrificed, but that could be the Baron look. You don't have a jungler for 40 seconds, no flash, and that is going to be the play here coming through from CLG. You have the Seraphine R almost up. Can Varus, can Trash Panda pull his best Gumayushi? Can he steal away this Baron? Call the Forge God gets popped. They're just looking to turn. They're going onto the solo support. Gets popped by Lissandra. Meanwhile, Ornn onto the 3 members of the backside. Massive Seraphine R connects onto 2, but that is it. Has to flash away. Varus trying to do the damage they can over the top. And there's a lot of burn coming through on the Seraphine with the Seraphs, with the Liandries, but not enough to deter them from trying to do this Baron. Maybe enough.
7. Move up in 5. They're not going to go for it. Oh my gosh. What an absolute... had to put your body on the line. Obviously, Karma, obviously, Amumu got sacrificed for the good of the team. Back's coming out. 10 seconds on the Ocean Drag. We're getting the Ocean Soul. This, I hate to say it, less worse, but we got a fucking game on our hands.
We've got a game on our hands, but not a lot of ultimates on our hands. We don't have the Seraphine R. We don't have the Amumu R. That's coming up soon. Don't have the Ornn R, and don't have the Paranoia. There's a lot, and you can see those pings. CLG doesn't want to fight without that Tarek R. It is such a big ability when you have these clump comps. They are looking to just get the Scuttle Prio. A Cam might be caught out here a little bit. No hard CC onto the Tarek, but he is just getting ran down by the Olaf. Does take some solid damage, and it looks like we're just going to have a big old 5v5 in the Hudson River once again. They're just buying time for these Rs. Both these teams really want ultimates on the table.
No shield?
No shield, and Dynasty Stray has pushed out CLG despite the gold lead. They are going to force this dragon. 7k, 13 seconds on the Terracar. They're looking to pop the curtain call. This is going to be a 50-50 onto the dragon. Who has the smite on the day? It's going to be slain by the red team, and we are waiting for these ults. Paranoia, Olaf are over the top, call the 4-shot onto multiple people, and Nocturne is in on the backside. So many low health bars, double kill over to the Lissandra, and now Olaf 1v3 on the back, and they're super split. 2v3 is what we have left. Amumu super low, Varus super low, Jhin trying to get the pop. Can they get the W? Flash away from the Varus, and he's able to get out. But there's no jungler on the side of CLG, so I don't think they can go for the Baron here.
That's worth. That's so worth. We get the dragon, 3-1. We're getting cold back.
Holy smokes. Lissandra passive coming in. Almost a scary scene. Obviously, we're going to see the backs come out. Amumu's still up.
This is still a game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, if Dynasty Stray can somehow pick up the Ocean Soul with 3 Ocean Drakes on a team with Olaf, Seraphine, Karma, this game is going to get so much harder for CLG. And we're already seeing the team fights kind of go 50-50. Like, yes, the bodies were technically in favor of CLG there, but like you said, they didn't get the Dragon. They lost their jungler. They couldn't go Baron. So things are looking so good for Dynasty Stray at the moment, and CLG kind of have to find a way to regain control. These last couple 5v5s are going the way of the of Dynasty Stray.
This is the closest 8k gold deficit I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it really hasn't changed much. It's been around 8k. I think it got to 7k at one point, but yeah, it's very, very competitive despite what the gold lead says. And Dragon Soul is what, worth about like 4,000 worth of stats. If you pick that up in a couple minutes,
ooh,
we have ourselves a pause.
We're taking our layover. This is the actual layover.
Yeah.
We've landed over here on the other river that's adjacent to the Hudson one, because that's the the theme we're going with here. But yeah,
Probably gonna have to catch a connecting flight if this goes on for too long. Yeah, I don't think Seraphine R was up quite in time for that fight, and I think that really could have made the difference there. I think if Golden had the Seraphine R over the top, because again, with the Taric, with the Nocturne, these guys are kind of looking to just clump up as a massive unit, which plays so well into what Seraphine wants to do. And then you have this Olaf, who was kind of running 1v3, and KDA be damned, like, he's doing work, as we're actually out of the pause pretty quickly. Do we get the post-pause, though?
Post-pause over under? Bet it right now. Put the prediction up.
Not happening.
Damn.
If it was going to happen... Oh,
if you took your over better.
Is that a caster curse?
Congratulations to the overbetters. You are entitled to a grand slam at the Denny's in Vermont.
And we are out of the post-pause. We see Dynasty Stray kind of standing up by this Baron. They don't have the damage dealers over here. Probably going to lose out on this Scuttle, which would be a massive secure. Karma kind of getting caught out here. Curtain call into the Nocturne. Does Karma have flash? No, she does not. Going to pop the exhaust onto the Nocturne, but the Karma just gets popped by the Jhin curtain call.
Scary.
And now Nocturne is going in onto the Varus. Flash in from Lissandra. They're trying to connect onto this Varus here, but not enough damage. There is enough from the Nocturne, and now that should be a Baron look here. 45 seconds on this Varus. Amumu could look for a steal, but it's going to be a one-way trip if they do.
Yeah, got overzealous with their landing right there. Little bit of a stutter right there. Hit a micro burst. Decided. So we're gonna see the Baron come out. They're gonna fight off the big purple worm. We're not even gonna see a steal attempt. Good call. You get caught mid. You can either do one of two things. You can say, fuck it, we ball and go for it, or you can say, hey, it's okay. We still have a fighting chance here. So we're gonna see a 10k goal lead for the side of CLG Plunderers.
Yeah, gonna secure that Baron. It'll be close on that Dragon timer. So if Dynasty Stray are able to kind of stall it out at all, they should be able to fight without Barons up for CLG. We'll see what kind of damage they can do with the Baron buff. We see them all kind of heading out mid. Might have a little bit of ARAM action.
A little bit of ARAM action.
They are going down the tarmac of the mid lane. It's the quickest point to their exit gate.
That is.
We're trying to shoehorn as many of these in as we can. I got the list pulled up here on the side. I'm like, I've got situations where we're gonna use certain words. But
that's amazing.
A lot of wave clear coming out. Actually, Dynasty Stray kind of holding their base so far.
Yeah, true. One thing I want to note is that, while we're down, what is this, a 9k gold deficit, I still have faith. Dynasty Stray, they've come so far, 31 minutes. They can do this. I believe in them.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a gold lead hasn't meant a ton in these team fights, despite maybe it, should have a bigger impact. So, again, the hard part here is going to be getting in for this Dragon Soul, because I do think that the longer this game goes with that gold lead, it might start feeling a little tougher, but if they can get this Ocean Soul somehow, that's going to make life so difficult for CLG. Going to be hard to get in here, though.
Yeah, and obviously the wave clear is really nice for the side of Dynasty Stray. You have the Varus Q to kind of poke the wave as best as they can, Seraphine, Karma as best as they can. So this 1-4 is kind of easily defendable. You know, you're okay giving in the dragon if you're Dynasty Stray. Obviously, it's not even. We've got a long time till slow point. So any demonstration of stalling this game is a good sign. You know, maybe we wait till Olaf gets a little bit more in line, getting that third item. Obviously, ornaments coming through, gonna look really nice. That's a lot of gold on a lot of stats, so it actually increases what they kind of got going on right now. So
yeah, Baron should be coming to an end here soon. I mean, really kind of the only thing they've gotten so far is that you know, the dragon, which is good to deny. We'll see if they're able to kind of make a play here on this last minion wave. Cleanse has to get popped by the Jhin. Lissandra looking to walk this out. They don't want to force here.
Yeah, nice redemption there, so they don't really have to back. That was a lot of damage for just that one Lissandra Q. Baron ran out, so we're gonna see. It's gonna be way harder to siege.
Yeah, could be a look here, maybe onto Ornn by himself. Gonna just walk it out. Does have multiple levels on the Olaf, so I'm not expecting a solo kill to happen there, but I like this CLG. They don't have the Baron, so they're just gonna clear out the enemy jungle. You're denying camps. You're denying XP. You're denying gold from Jordan, from these carries on Dynasty Stray.
Yeah, true. They're gonna look for the tier 2 here. Gonna be kind of hard.
Oh, Paranoia actually going in with the Tarek R. Forces the flash out of Karma. Now you got the curtain call. Varus gonna be able to walk it out. And Mumu the only one getting hit at this point. A little aggressive, but Karma gonna have to go and heal up, you have to imagine. But that was a lot of R's popped, and I think Dynasty Stray are kind of looking to maybe to punish that. You've got the Seraphine, you got the Amumu, but they're not gonna have a real angle to do so.
Yeah, I mean, if those are some key ultimates. Obviously, they're on a lot less cooldown. Curtain Call probably around minute 20. Terakar probably the longest out of them. Paranoia probably the shortest. So it's okay if we're using them. Curse of the Sad Mummy will be up before any fight that breaks out. Baron's probably going to be our next play. You know, once you're getting close to these items, it's going to be pretty scary. You know, we're going to see Zeke's conversions picked up for the Olaf, so he does have a little bit easier time sticking on maybe this Jhin or this Lissandra once they've kind of used their movement speed, their little burst of movement speed. So
yeah, we're gonna see Dynasty Stray collecting what they can. You know, this goldie kind of sitting around 10,000. That doesn't take into effect, like you mentioned, the ornaments. Was each of those are worth like 1,000 golden stats. So
yep.
Gold lead definitely in favor of CLG, but it's just going to come down to can they execute on these team fights. Ornn maybe getting caught out by themselves, going to look on to Golden here. Doesn't realize the Karma's around, but I'm not sure the Karma's going to make the difference here in a 1v2. Seraphine gets hit up, massive brittle proc coming through redemption over the top. Seraphine back to full health, and now all of a sudden, everyone's fine, but look bot. They're trying to hold this tower. Terakar gets popped there. Maybe looking to get a little aggressive here. Lissandra not going to take the E, and they're in this 4-1. Got the Amumuar, could look to make a play, but you're at a numbers disadvantage.
Yeah, and no Varus ultimate. Obviously, that's a big part of Varus's kit is that
flash in from Jordan, looking to get onto multiple people. Does hit onto 2, but that's just kind of the front liners, and Olaf is now going crazy in the backside, just running down Seth Blaze, trying to do as much damage as he can, and he is able to get the shutdown, but triple kill from Rigor Mortis. Olaf is the last one left in that fight. Quadra kill to the Nocturne, and all that is left is the Seraphine going to do what they can, but they don't have the ult. They get the Lissandra. Not a ton of tower damage here, but you have 3 members with those grubs. Rigor Mortis has to be careful here. Is low. Flash in from the Tarek. Not going to connect. And that's going to be a lot of healing from the Nocturne. Not enough. Gets knocked up by the Ornn under the tower. They're taking it. Ornn is taking so much damage. There is the ace onto the Seraphine. But do these two... I don't know if these two have the damage to kill the towers. You've got Ornn. You don't have a wave. They're running as best they can. And a camp still trying. Not willing to give up that they can't get this tower, and they're just going to fall back to the mid lane and try to connect on that tower.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
All you need is a seat at the table, and that's going to be the mid tier 3 going down. Karma looking to stop these recalls. Baron is up, Dragon up in 30 seconds. Taking a look at what flashes we have available. Whole lot of nothing. You know, no Seraphine, no Amumu. You've got the Varus Flash, you got Trash Panda, you've got Seth Plays, but a lot of your like key playmakers don't have ults at the or don't have flashes at the moment.
That's very true. We're obviously gonna have a full ultimate fight coming out here as well. All ult available for this next fight. Probably gonna be the Dragon, gonna be the Soul Point going over. I mean, Dynasty should have a look under Baron. You know, they don't obviously need the Soul Point, but like, I mean, this is still a game. Obviously, these split fights are kind of hard, especially because you kind of need all the pieces for Dynasty Stray to be effective.
Olaf taking a lot of damage there. Jordan is going in, does connect to the curse this time, but it's only onto one member. Nocturne is diving in, forces the flash out of the Varus, and that's going to be a massive Seraphine R. Karma gets killed by the Ornn. Amumu is down, 3 members left. Olaf trying to do what they can. They do pick up a kill on Masanja in the end, but Ornn not able to pick him off here. Double kill from the Jhin. Hits the sniper shots, and once again, all we have left is the Seraphine. Flashing from Nocturne, and this time I don't think it's going to be enough for Dynasty Stray. That is the ace. They have a wave coming in bot, and that should be game 1 going over to the Plunderers.
Well played. You know, Dynasty Stray putting up an absolute fight. The best that they can. Got, you know, had the struggles early. You know, some early turbulence patches early. Gonna be kind of hard to pull that through. I like the comp I did. Obviously worked very, very well. Varus looked very, very strong. I really like that pick for them. I would love to see something like that again. It was really good. Olaf, you know, CZI didn't have the best of the games, but a great pick. I mean, all great ideas. I don't even think you need to change anything up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like big to take note of how long Dynasty Stray were able to kind of, despite being down, it was like 5 or 6k at 15 minutes, they held on for a really long time, and it felt like that game was really turning into a slot. Like it looks like one fight could have gone the total opposite direction. I will go ahead and pay out. Frog Guy asking for the payday. You know, I'm not the money man here, but we will complete the prediction. CLG Plunderers picking up game number 1. Let me just make sure we're clicking the right one here. Don't want Schmecklegate 2.0. And there we go.
No Schmecklegate.
I'm no Mighty Fool. I'm no Evdingus. Couldn't be Evdingus on my worst day. And we will wait to see getting into game number 2 here.
Could not be. On my worst day is so insane. Dingus just caught a stray out from left field.
That's all right. I'll see him in a couple months. We are getting an Airbnb for a wedding of a member on your team. Going to be
Like,
grabbing.
kinda.
Well, they are on your
He's
team,
along.
right?
Yeah, he's along for the ride.
Well, started week 1, so like.
But yeah, something about planning a wedding, which is weird. I mean, it obviously doesn't take as coriander pills like what Buggle says. So
Yeah, I'm a little scared to see Evdingus in person. He's a character. I've met him once before. Something about like a giant bird on fire. It didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Dude, homie saw Ho-Oh. What the fuck?
I have to see if I have pictures of it anywhere. Spectator coming through.
And it actually
looks...
a bird. Was there a bird on fire?
Yeah, there was a bird on fire. Let me, I'll send you the draft link for game 2. And I'm just going to say it. I'm a massive Dynasty Stray fan because they elected to stay on red side, which means I don't have to switch up a whole lot here. I am going to just switch us over real quick because, again, chat gets really mad when I don't switch over the bottles. But while I have a moment here, we're just going to very professionally here switch the bottles. Go to that. Go back to the drafts.
Insert filling drink sound here.
Okay, that's too high budget. That's at least like medium budget.
No, Buggle's done it before. He's got it in the bag.
Yeah, youngster Joey. What do you mean by that?
Definitely not a big miss on the days.
Well, that's just like probably a good thing, right?
Is Les Force playing Tristana on said day?
Oh, if I'm playing actually, I was playing ranked the other day, and my I was jungle, right, and the mid lane didn't realize they were mid lane, so they picked Lilia, and they asked me to go mid, and I almost thought about like first timing Tristana because we needed AD, but then I thought that was a terrible idea. Did win the game though.
If only you could talk to your past self.
If only. I'm not. I might have deleted the picture of the giant bird on fire. We do have a lot of the same bands. I'm not seeing anything different so far here. We did see it was Viego banned by Dynasty Stray. Do you think they need to ban anything that came out? Well, didn't really give me much of a chance here. The Nocturne being taken away from Rigor Mortis.
Yeah, I think they'll ban the Nocturne. That's just a solid guess here. I can see a Tarek ban. Tarek is very annoying. Once again, it is his best champ. We're going to see the Viego taken away, actually. So here we go. What is this champion that's going to be? It's going to be Jin. Whew. Wow, I'm so good at that. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Seth plays, especially kind of in that mid to late game, really start to take off on this Jin. So I'm certainly not opposed to seeing that here again. And as far as like comp for Dynasty Stray, we see the MF, which was Misfortune was banned by Dynasty Stray last time, and now they're picking it up. Curious to see what they kind of match it with in the support lane. I typically like MF with Engage, like a Nautilus, a Rel, something that can set up that massive bullet time, but could go for something Enchanter focused, Seraphine, the Karma. Curious to see what they pick up here.
Could see jungle.
Well, probably not Misfortune jungle, right? Like that's a
no.
That's Blitzcrank getting picked up. Now, fun fact: Blitzcrank is one of maybe you won't like me revealing this on stream, but it's a bit of a kryptonite for Camped. I think he's gotten better at it over time, but once upon a time, that was one of his least favorite support lanes.
Okay.
Going to be the Wukong picked up. Got a buff not too long ago. Really strong in the jungle, and I do believe it's one of Rigor Mortis' best picks.
I think it's crazy that they buffed. Oh, we're actually going to see the Leona picked up. That's a really easy. Obviously, if Leona gets hooked, she's just like a free gauge, and then she has all of her buttons available. So, good pick. No way. No way.
Kato, are you still here? Popova, are you here? Our two Warwick players?
Are we guys here?
Surely it's Warwick jungle, right? Like we're not seeing a
Dude, if we slammed Warwick top, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna be so excited. Yeah. It's just gonna be fighting all the time.
Jin Leona, so one of those like classic bot lane duos that actually works. Unlike Jin Thresh, don't ever want to see that. Those two, like on paper, it looks really good, but just like in practice, I feel like it never does a whole lot, you know what I mean? Whereas like Leona,
well, yeah,
I love the engage. It's reliable. You press Q, you get the aftershock, you don't die. Seeing the Seraphine taken away, paying respect to Golden, who I do think had a pretty good game on the Seraphine last time. And we're seeing the Smolder. Do we see the Lissandra taken away? Because that would be so much CC, so much lockdown. It's going to be the Ornn, though.
Yeah, Ornn takeaway I'm totally cool with. They kind of do need that big beefy boy up in the top lane this game. So Ornn, great, obviously a great blind to have. We shall see what is going to go happen here. We're going to see the Dr. Mundo, of course. Great takeaway. I'm still concerned that this is Warwick top, I'm going to be honest.
It's like 50-50, right?
What if it's a flex? Holy shit.
Warwick mid?
My God.
Surely not. Personally, I'd like to see a big beefy boy in the top side. That's what we love here. That's a Jax.
We still don't know.
That's still a flex.
I'm hoping. I'm fucking sitting on a dream right now. No shot.
Jax jungle's not bad. At least the last time I played it, which was during the last LBLCS split, it was totally playable. So, depending on what matchup there is top, I don't hate the idea of Warwick top.
Wait.
Dude, I love Cho'Gath. That's a lock-in.
That's so good. Cho'Gath is such a good answer into Warwick Jax. I actually love that a lot.
Yeah, now you know what his passive does, so you can love it even more.
Fuck you.
Whoa, where's the copy pasta? Do you... My god, do you feel special cussing every other word? Do you not have enough of a vocabulary to describe a situation in a way that is more descriptive? Speaking of descriptive, we've got the man with the paintbrush, Hui, in the mid lane.
Man with the paintbrush.
I don't know his official, in-lore name. It's something painting or visionary or something.
Visionary. Yeah, I think it is that. Hold on, I'll look it up. Oh, we're actually going to see Syndra.
And that's going to be the Syndra. So...
He is...
The suspense is killing me.
Hold on. Hold on.
Chat is holding on for such a long time.
Wait, guys, hold on.
You've lost chat.
Hold on.
We missed the runway. The opportunity has passed us by, and we're now going to have to do a 180 and go to the next.
It's just the visionary.
It is just the visionary. So I did know it.
It wouldn't pop up when I looked up Hui. I just want that record to show here. When you Google Hui, it did not pop up what his title is.
All right, I will start the prediction here, and while I can't stop you guys from betting until you see where all these champs are going, my recommendation would be to wait and see where the Warwick and the Jax are going before you make your bets.
Warwick top. Warwick top.
It could be Warwick top. I feel like that's not bad in the Cho'Gath. Like, I feel like you kind of just get to do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, I feel like both of those matchups you get to do whatever you want.
And it is going to be the Jax top. So, no fun for Bear.
No. It's okay. I fuck with Warwick jungle, though.
I haven't seen Kato type in chat, so he might not be here at the moment. Somebody's going to have to go and let him know there's a Warwick in this game.
I'll ping him, don't worry.
You'll ping him. Youngster Joey might have to make back some schmeckles here. Took a pretty big hit there last round. Oh no, Kato's bet. He's bet all in on Dynasty Stray, and I really wonder why he came to that conclusion.
What did I do?
Go on. This is the fucking 2K right off the dome.
This is what happens when champion or like users in the league just kind of get like their identity tied to a specific champion, right? Kato.
You, right?
Oh well, I guess I walked into that one, unfortunately.
Say the line! Say the line!
And it's tough, right? Because I hate to say it, but I do think on the side of Dynasty Stray, Sejuani would look really good here.
Yes, Sejuani would look really good here.
But I'm excited to see the Warwick. I think Warwick probably going to want to get in the face of the Wukong of this way. You don't see Warwick a ton, so it's one of those kind of ganking patterns that maybe CLG is not going to be ready for. Blitzcrank, another one of those picks. Like, there's a lot of pressure on Dynasty Stray here, because Blitzcrank, if you're not hitting the hooks, you're not doing much.
There's the first message. He's here.
Active. Yeah, to answer Fantastic's question, I would say like E3, E2 average. You'll have a couple like D4, D3 players potentially in a game. You might have a couple plats to balance it out, but typically you're in that like mid-ish emerald range in financial. But we do have leagues going from, bronze, silver, gold, all the way up to the diamond master plus question mark tier league. Executives kind of got its own world going on.
Hey, hold on. This is the perfect time. Where's the link?
Oh, Kato made the bet. He's alleging to have made the bet without realizing it was the Warwick on Dynasty.
Oh.
And Bear plugin, one of the only times we'll allow a link in the Twitch chat, got the low budget LCS website Courtesy of Ruffian, Full Metal, and Thy Ducky Lord. Really dope stuff over there. Think they just came out with like a roster launch today. Stats to come soon trademark. I don't want to speak on behalf of the dev team, but they're doing a lot of cool stuff over there. So definitely go and take a look if you haven't. And we got a couple minutes on spectator delay here. What are your thoughts going into this game too?
I'm excited to see Warwick. Obviously, Warwick ahead is a really exciting thing. I'm also searching for my bear fact that is currently going on, but redeemed by Youngster Joey. So you'll have to give me just 2 seconds.
Well, and it's just like kind of your shtick, right? Like I feel like you got to be like loaded. You should have like, never mind.
Well, I gotta be on theme. For tonight. So,
This should be good.
on August 7th, 2023, a bear escaped from its crate in the cargo hold of an Iraqi aircraft while en route from Baghdad to Dubai. The plane's crew worked with the UAE authorities to sedate and remove the bear from the plane. The flight returned to Baghdad after the plane and the bear was checked for damages.
All right. So first of all, I'm just really curious, like what you Googled to get that result. Bear airplane.
Bears on a plane facts was what I Googled for that one.
My jaw's kind of dropped a little bit. Can you take a look at the Schmeckel betting for me?
Oh my god!
There is
Joey!
Youngster Joey putting a lot of faith in his former teammate of a camped. 250K.
Oh my god, someone just dropped 100K. Kato just dropped 65.
Yeah, there's a god. That's good.
That is a good one.
Frog also looking forward to making those Schmeckles. Personally, I'm gonna hope for a 3-game series here. I found myself rooting for Dynasty Stray in the second half of that game. They were making me a believer with those team fights. And I'm curious if they don't find themselves in that early hole, what does the game look like for us? So we're gonna switch over to the screen. We're gonna see what adaptations they've made. They've made the draft swaps. They brought in the Misfortune. They got the Blitzcrank, and they got themselves a Warwick. So let's see what skin game we got going on here. Oh, this is good. This is good.
God, so many borders. So good. Oh, I can't even decide.
I don't think there's a bad one on my screen. I'm just gonna...
I don't think there's a bad one on ours. I think in all honesty, the worst one is probably Elderwood Wukong, and that's a pretty high bar, to be honest, because Elderwood Wukong is pretty dope, so...
And we have loaded into both games without problem, as... matching skins between the jungle and the mid lane. Pop up our screens here. Turn off time controls.
The scoreboard.
Yeah, they're gonna have to take the. Yeah, we should probably bring the scoreboard back, right? That'd be ideal.
Get a room. This isn't one of those mile high planes.
There we go. It's fun, right? I had that one written down. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be hard to make one of those. Make one of those stick. Blitzcrank, looking for that classic invade.
Give him your persona powers, Kato.
Not sure if I love that or absolutely hate it. Not seeing a ton of action here. It looks like, and this is kind of risky of CLG, because they're giving over that lane prior to Blitz. And anyone who's ever played against Blitzcrank knows that he's the best champ in the game, level 1. You hit 1 Q, and it's game over. So, Bush control is over to the MF Blitz. So, really tough job here for Leona, for the Shin. They gotta be behind their minions. If you do that, you're in solid shape. If not, it's gonna be a long day, and Youngster Joey's gonna have to file for Chapter 8 bankruptcy.
Not Chapter 8. I don't know the differences between the chapters.
That's the only one I know of.
Oh, there's Chapter 7. Oh, we're hooking a minion. Good hook. We're 1 for 1 right now, baby. Let's fucking
Yeah, I mean, it counts. Didn't specify it had to be on a champion.
True.
Personally, not a big fan of the Keystone choice here, Blitzcrank. I'm an unsealed spellbook Blitzcrank enjoyer, but
no, certainly not.
No, it's so good, and the hook is going out on a camp, not going to connect. I like the like the, what do you call it, misdirection. You know, you're thinking get the hook on the Jhin, but Leona at level 1, not all that, you know, intimidating. Level 2 Leona, very different story. So level 2 is going to get picked up, and respect being paid by the Blitzcrank, by the MF. Blitzcrank with no hook, you're a bit of a, you know, we won't say a caster minion. You're a melee minion, but still not ideal. Good trading top.
Good trade, yeah. The I don't know how the matchup between Cho'Gath and Jax goes. You're really very excited that you mentioned Unsealed Spellbook.
Unsealed Spellbook, alright, it is really fun. Now, I do think it's a little goofy on Jhin, as we do see a big trade coming through. Blitzcrank getting popped. A camp going to pick up the first blood with the Ignite. Not going to be able to give that over to Seth Plays, but you will take that first blood over to the Plunderers.
Yeah, really good time. Oh, a really good
as we're actually just back in the top side, and Inked is just getting shredded. Not going to burn the flash. Traded kill, and got to imagine that's pretty good for the Jax. If he doesn't snowball, that's going to be really hard for Cho'Gath and company to deal with.
True. And, you know, a lot of auto attack, like, obviously Wukong has the auto attack reset on a lot of his abilities. Can block the Leona stun, can block, you know, Jhin force shot. So, I mean, the Jax Counter-Strike has quite a bit of value here. Obviously, you know, and a lot of side lane pressure. So Cho'Gath is going to have to match. It's going to be pretty scary. And I still really don't know what Cho'Gath's passive does, to be honest. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Yeah.
So is it when something dies around you, or do you have to kill it?
Killing an enemy restores 24 health and next to no mana. So I'm a little disappointed that you haven't learned after all this time and all this making fun.
I didn't know it did mana. I didn't know it did mana.
Oh, they're looking for a play here onto the Hui. Gets stunned onto the Syndra. Didn't even see the Blitzcrank. Flash gets forced out though, and I guarantee you that that we will be seeing Blitzcrank head back to this mid lane.
Dude, and the Blitzcrank, technically he's cheating with the Blitzcrank skin because, you know, that one's OP, but like
it's not the Astro Blitzcrank though.
The Eye Blitzcrank, right?
Or that, yeah, that's one. The Eye Blitzcrank, the like the Wally looking one.
Yeah, the Eva.
Well, yeah, the character from Wally. I mean, everyone knew what I meant when I said
Wally goated.
No, yeah, Wally, great movie. I haven't seen it in a while. I've been meaning to go back and like just watch and rank all the Pixar movies.
Pixar. I won't get too far into this because I love Pixar so much. Oh, we're
gonna see a 2v2 here. Double Flea buying a lot of time for Jax to get it. Jordan, though, gets popped pretty low, but a Warwick at low health is basically a Warwick at full health. Going to flash in, get the stun onto the Wukong. So many flashes get popped, and that's going to be a 1-for-1, 2-for-1. Yeah, and Syndra is there, but we are actually going back down to the bot side. Jhin going to pick up a double kill. All that is left is the Cho'Gath. Does get the Q, does get the rupture, and that's going to be another kill onto this Jax. 2-1, 4-3 goes the kill count.
Dude, it's just an absolute trade back and forth. Top lane's popping off, and bot lane's, you know, bot lane's popping off. Everywhere's popping off. Everywhere. The only person that wasn't into any action was Hui.
No, and that's okay. Hui got the wave in. Hui working on that tier. I think they had a TP in, and I think there was that window where they had an opportunity. Blitzcrank might be looking to get a little aggressive here. Gonna walk through the minion wave. Not going to look for it. And we see Warwick back on the top side. They're looking like they want to fight these grubs. You've got this strong Jax. You want to play towards your strong lanes. I love this play.
Where are the weak side top laners? They're not here, Joey. Go look elsewhere. They're not here. Okay, back to our former topic, guys. We're going to see it straight here. But Pixar movies, they're the best out of every, like, Disney-esque, like, film. Better than DreamWorks. Okay, well that may be a stretch. Hold on. Let me think about my take quickly.
While you're thinking about it, not gonna have a fight. Might have a fight here over the grubs. Actually, I'll hold that thought. No R's on the junglers. They're looking to get in. Rigor Mortis pops the clone, but now there's not really a lot of tools here. Flashing from the Leona does hit the Zenith Blade onto the Warwick. Is at full health. Flash away from Golden. Warwick trying to run this out. Does get popped by the Wukong, so they pick up the 3 grubs, but it does cost them their jungler.
They could look to dive.
They could look to dive here on the Seth Plays. Tower shot taken by the Blitzcrank. Looking aggressive. Hook going to swing. I guess that swing left. Seth Plays should be safe now. I like the attempt though.
I like the attempt too.
You know, there's something
Now,
about like. Oh, go ahead. I'm assuming we're
gonna
going back
say,
to Pixar.
Oh well, no, well, like okay, but I was going to a total like out
Okay.
of left field.
Well, go
take.
ahead.
But back to my Pixar take. I think DreamWorks and then it's Pixar because How to Train Your Dragon is phenomenal.
Never
But
seen.
wait, whoa, hold on. Back to Train. You've never seen How to Train Your Dragon?
We can take this off stream. You know, we'll.
Oh, wait.
I've seen it in passing. I just never.
In passing TikTok clips?
No, I haven't gotten that. My TikTok feed is currently a lot of George Lopez.
Mine too. I love George Lopez.
George
But,
Lopez,
that's to
great
be
show.
expected. That's to be expected though for me, so
What?
it's okay. It's kind of just fitting the bill of a stereotype here. What's the? Oh, do you think you could land in an airplane?
Oh, absolutely not.
Pilot dies on the flight, and you have to, land a plane.
Question:
You don't think you could?
how are we defining
Go ahead.
land? Is landing like me getting the plane on the ground, or does it have to be a successful?
Smooth. Obviously.
Does anyone need to
like,
survive the landing?
Yes.
Okay, then absolutely not.
How many casualties will I allow? At least 2 casualties.
Like 2 is the max.
casualties. 2 is the max casualty.
Oh no, 2 like I would say like at least 160 is the minimum.
160.
Look, I have no experience flying a plane. Like it's not as easy as it probably looks. As Leona looked at this massive chain CC into the solar flare. Jin has the arm, has the curtain call, flash away from his fortune, going to be able to get out. But it's going to cost both of those summoners really well on the layering of the CC there from CLG. Actually, Wei just gets bursted out by the Syndra.
So yeah, great pick right there. Are we gonna see the dive? Holy shit! No, surely not. He's not. He's like that. He's like full health, guys.
Yeah. Not onto the
Certainly not.
Cho'Gath. I'd have to imagine.
Oh!
Hook did connect though onto the Jin. Does have Barry. Does have Flash. Nothing is up for the Jin. Misfortune running this out. Zenith Blade not going to connect onto the Blitzcrank. Thankfully there for CLG. Jin didn't have to burn the Flash. Did use the barrier, but that is going to be Dragon. Just Dragon number 1 at 9:30 into the game for the Plunderers.
I'm googling currently the percent of people that think they can land a plane.
No, it's just like it's not. You play like arcade games. It's not as simple as just like pulling the stick back, right? Like there's got to be like you got to go to flight school for a reason. So
1/3.
Yeah, we're
of
just
American adults.
It's just like hubris, you know what I mean? It's
wait. Okay, hold on. Here's the stat. The 1/3 of American adults think they could land a passenger plane with air traffic control's help. 1/3 of them think they could do it with air traffic control's help. But if you go talk about male respondents, it almost jumps up to 50%.
And that's just not a surprise.
1 out of 2 men think they can land a plane.
all right. Well, let's test the numbers. Do you think you could land a plane with air traffic control help?
With air traffic control help, probably.
All right, and there's your 50-50 because I don't. So we're proving the statistics right here. Grub's going to go over to CLG. Solar Flare comes out. Massive stun from the Syndra. We do have 3v3. Suppression coming through. A camp gets popped. Cyclone gets popped by the Wukong. Flashing from the Blitzcrank into the flash from the Warwick. That's going to be 2 kills over. 2 for 1. And Seth plays on a killing spree. Stun gets connected by the Syndra. Flash away from the Jin. Does not matter. Blitzcrank with the stun. Blitzcrank looking for the hook. Doesn't have the hook. And now it's going to be a curtain call. Gonna pop, but Blitzcrank is fishing now. And the flashing from the Syndra with the curtain call. That's gonna be a killing spree for Golden of her own. Doesn't die to the tower.
Oh my god.
And chat seems to be agreeing with you that they could land a plane. Easy peasy.
Frog also thinks that he could take on a gorilla in a fight. So like I don't feel great here. So
I'd love to go into that topic, but the problem's right. It's like not on brand, right? The whole plane, the airlines.
Okay, but like, how old is the gorilla?
Yeah, I could probably like
Full grown
no.
adolescent male
What adolescent? That doesn't. Yeah, it does, right?
No,
Full-grown
yeah.
adolescent.
I could take on a 2-week-old gorilla.
A 2-week-old?
Well, surely, right? Like, I wouldn't lose that fight.
No. There's a certain United States sailor that can barehand dismantle a silverback. Oh, right. It's one of our other friends that thinks they
Popeye?
they could fisticuff a silverback gorilla into submission. Whew.
A lot different scene in this game. We're at 12.5 minutes. Gold lead about even, which is a far cry from what we saw in game number 1. Is now we're going to see a trade up top here. Jax and the Cho'Gath.
Okay.
Cho'Gath does do
It's scary.
decent amount of damage. Going to not connect onto that rupture. Does have the feast.
each?
Not have the feast up. If they
Ooh.
had the feast, that is lethal range. Cho'Gath, one of my favorite top laners to play. Wish we saw it more, but the damage is surprising that comes out of Cho'Gath.
Okay, yeah, very true. It's a very surprising amount. Cho'Gath, unfortunately, is one of my kryptonite. When it comes to top lane, that Camille, Riven, if you just to name a few, in case you guys want to know how to beat me. It's not one of those champions. It's pretty much free win. I'm reading chat here, and a lot of people think that. So, like, Little Robot Man coming in. I've texted my pilot friends. They said that most people could probably get the plane on the ground with some help. So, I'm not delusional.
No, I didn't say you were delusional. I was good. Clone.
Oh, you kind of did.
No, we can VOD review it. Cyclone, not. It is up. The clone, not quite able to get them in range there for that 2v3. Got to be careful here if you are this Blitzcrank, as you do have the jungler in the vicinity. They are looking. Zenflay does connect onto the Blitz, and they are going all in on Blitzcrank. Big silence. Does not do enough, and that's going to be a bullet time in the corridor. You love this as MF. Going to force the rest of them out, and Trash Panda kind of doing work there.
If Trash Panda decided to pull the trigger a little bit earlier, that's probably at least a kill.
Could be.
Hesitating. You know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's
Yeah.
what Michael Scott said in that one episode of The Office.
That is true. Gonna see some trading up here top. Warwick coming up as well. We do have the Rift Tail getting picked up by Dynasty Stray, and now Jax is sitting on those full passive stacks. I don't see how Cho'Gath is getting out of this one. Going to do the damage that they can. Warwick getting kind of low. Killing spree over to the top laner, and we'll see if Warwick looks to pop this Rift Herald top, as it is going to be second dragon traded in exchange for this Rift Herald and this kill.
Yeah, that's totally okay. You know, like, I mean, you're trading your objectives efficiently. You went 3 for 3 on grubs. You know, obviously, you know, the 2 dragon stacking is very nice. We're going to see the soul here, which is going to be Infernal Soul. I'm calling it.
We see an ocean once again, which we saw Dynasty Stray. They're big fans of the ocean.
True. Gotta put it in the Hudson. Wait, the one shot?
So much damage from Golden, just one-shotting with that Loon's Companion and the needlessly large rod. And that could be this mid tower going down. They do have the Rift Tail. They are going to pop it. And nobody is here to answer from CLG, so this could be even the tier 2. Jax in some trouble here. Wukong is flanking. Does pop the Cyclone, and Jax is looking to get out over the top, going to hit the stun, has to flash away, does follow, double flash, goes over to the Wukong in the end, but meanwhile, this tier 2 is going down mid, so despite the kill, Gold really going in the favor of Dynasty Stray there.
And oh my god, Pikachu, 80, bringing in a part of 86, holy shit, welcome all.
Yeah, welcome in, Pikachu, naughty question mark player. We got a 2v2 here in the bot lane, but it looks like more reinforcements are coming. We're going to have so many bodies showing up. Play initially, got bullet time, does connect onto them. Jin gets popped, unstoppable. Warwick is showing up from out of nowhere. Leona caught between a rock and a hard place, going to try and run this one out over the top. Rigor Mortis is hiding, watching their friend get eviscerated. Stun connects from the Syndra. Blitzcrank flashes in, hits the E. No mana on the Blitzcrank. They're going to have to run this out, and we have everybody has shown up except for the Jax, who is pushing on this top side. TP comes in from the Cho'Gath, but again, you probably take that if you are Dynasty Stray.
And so we flipped the script right now. You know, we're at, you know, the score is 8-11. It's third. You know, we have this 4K gold lead. We're in a really good position if you're Dynasty Stray. Obviously, the first
the first game going over to CLG Plunderers kind of made them realize of what they need to do. Golden popped off last game on Seraphine, is popping off once again on the Syndra, having absolutely disgusting game. I mean, oh my gosh, he's one shot away like 3 times. Oh my god.
Yeah, Golden's been playing super well this game, and really the series overall. I'm curious to see, like, we haven't seen Jax in any of these fights. I'm curious to see what's going to happen once Jax gets that second item. They got that Caulfield's. I don't know off the top of my head what Jax is looking to go, but I feel like, once you get on that 2-item power spike and you get those CDs on repeat, as that one Q doing quite a bit of damage from Trash Panda, I'm here to see what happens when Jax starts to get involved, or if he looks to get involved at all. Could just look to split, keep that Cho'Gath away from the objectives, because that's one of the big benefits of having Cho, right, is you have a second smite. And that makes it hard if you are Jordan. They are looking to just force up this tower. It is going to be a 2v2. Teleport coming in from the Syndra on the backside. Match, by the way. We're going to have a full 3v3. Cyclone does connect onto just the Jax. Stun hits onto the Cho'Gath. You're not killing that Cho'Gath as the Syndra, though. Your build's not meant for that. And despite the teleport, it's just going to walk this one off.
Oh, wait, you can't? So Portal Combat? We're going to see a fight? We're locking him down?
Yeah, Blitzcrank caught on the wrong side of the rip, but Misfortune is here as well. No flash up for the Jin. Bullet time in the corridor, and that's going to be...
Oh, shit, he lived?
He lived, and the curtain call comes through. Rigor Mortis is trying to slow down the Blitzcrank. The hit from the Jin going to be enough to get the kill onto the Blitzcrank. Gets donated to the Hwei, and Jin had to have no health. There had to be like single digits.
Fly away. Fly away.
Rest in peace, Blitzcrank. Took one for the team, though.
Despite all the ruckus going on, we're sitting at that 4K gold lead. Gonna go increase a little bit here as Trash Panda gonna pick up that solo tower bot. Dragon in a minute. You have to kind of make your call here. You have the gold lead as Misfortune might have overstayed their welcome here at camp. Flanking, I'm doing some mini-map watching here. Gonna catch out the Misfortune. You have flash, but I don't know if it's worth popping here. They're just trying to gift over this kill, probably to the Jin. Trash Panda is going to go down. Rigor Mortis actually going to pick it up in the end. Reinforcements are here. Misfortune will be up for Dragon, but she'll be spawning right as the Dragon does. Blitzcrank may be looking for a hook. They are looking long. Leona's really the target at this point. They are just going to go and hit the E. Solarfront does connect onto the Syndra. Pullback from Blitzcrank. Massive R does pop the Leona, but they have numbers here. Massive Cyclone in onto the backside with the Hwei, and this fight is going all CLG. Jordan trying to do what they can on the backside, but Jax is up top while Cho'Gath is feasting on the Warwick, and that should be third. Dragon going over to the Plunderers.
Yeah, this is just more and more. I mean, Jax hopefully going to grab this tier 2 top. Hopefully it's going to end up being a kind of a more even play. Obviously, Soul Point kind of scary. If you're a Dynasty Stray supporter right now, kind of scary. Obviously, 700 gold going to go over to this Jax right here to pick up this tower. Going to be a really big problem later on. Oh, 3K. Saw the CP, 3K.
MF came in trying to go for the steal, but yeah, good effort. You'll have it up for the next fight. Jax now on that Sundered Sky. I think you have to find a way to fight this next soul or this next dragon. You can't give over Ocean Soul to a team with Cho'Gath, a team with Wukong, Leona, these champs that want to be in these fights for an extended amount of time. You have to contest it. You still have the gold lead, so you could look to try and make a Baron play, but you're gonna need the Jax to be involved. You're gonna need the Syndra. Because they are really your Fed members here.
True. It's all about the Wombo combo. Who's getting it, right? Who's getting the Wombo combo? Is the bullet time gonna, show up? Is the Wukong Cyclone gonna be the nail in the coffin? We'll see.
Blitzcrank may be getting caught out here by the Cho'Gath. Does have the flash. They might have to flash over the wall, as Rigor Mortis says here. Cyclone gets popped onto 2 carries here. Misfortune super low. Suppression comes through from the Warwick. Does try and buy Misfortune some time, but the flash in gets 2 kills over to CLG, and that should be a Baron start here. 3v5. They're actually not going to force it. They're going to look to just get this tower mid. They're going to look to win the fight and just get the turret.
Yeah, for sure. One of these moments where it's a little scary. Obviously,
Flash
Syndra,
in from the
I think
Leona,
she's-
matched flash by the Syndra. Syndra getting popped under the tower, not being tanked
man.
being tanked by the right members. Leona taking so much
Wait,
damage from the
Jax.
tower. Jax is
Wait,
TPing
hold
here though,
on.
going to pick up a kill onto a camp,
Wait,
and Jax is
hold
running down the
on.
Wukong, and all of a
Hold the
sudden
phone.
Jax has finally
The
showed up to a
phone.
fight. Good either. Nimbus strike from the Jax, has to flash in, try to get the stun, does not connect, but now he's jumping onto the way. 1v3, CZI doing what they can in the matchup, but Cho'Gath meanwhile is pushing on this top side.
Yeah, I mean, a really good play. A good answer back here. We're actually probably going to see gold equalize or slash go into the favor. Oh, who got back?
And a lot of damage coming through onto Jordan. The Hui are going to pop them. Didn't see if they got the buff, but that is going to be a bot tower. And for the first time, I think this game, we are going to see a gold lead for CLG.
Yeah, I mean, that's a, 400 gold, 400 gold. We're going to pick it up, 250 right here. If you're Dynasty Stray, you're hoping right now, golden. Been popping off this game. Haven't been in these last couple fights. Jax just joined kind of late that last one. I mean, there's some signs of life here.
Yeah, there are signs of life. And we saw last time how Dynasty Stray know how to fight team fights. They super big gold deficit, but they were keeping every fight close in the late game. So in this even state, we're going to see them fight this dragon in 2 minutes. And that's if CLG want to fight the dragon, because they could always say, hey, we're fine with giving you one drag. We're going to go take the Baron. We'll have to see what CLG decides to do, because kind of the onus is on them.
True. This is, this is all in the hands of Dynasty Stray and seeing what they're going to be doing to react. If they're just going to accept it and go for the dragon, of course, or if they're going to try to match the Baron and kind of put the, draw their line in the sand and say, hey, we're not gonna let you just do this for free. We think we can still match. So.
Yeah, both mid laners are bot. They have the teleport. Rigor Mortis might be getting caught out here a little bit. Does get hit up by the E. Nimbus strike back in onto Blitzcrank. That's going to be the TP first out of the Syndra. Massive shutdown is up here for the Wukong. If they can look to force, Golden did TP in. Hui is still pushing bot. So, might have been a little early on the trigger there. But now they have to look to maybe capitalize here as Warwick just going to recall. See, about a minute on the dragon. So this is where we're going to see what CLG want to do. Do they want to get the soul, force the fight, or do they want to make Dynasty Stray pick between Baron and soul?
True. Very true. You still have the bullet time, which is the key factor into this whole thing. One bullet time changes this course of this game drastically. Obviously, MF is one of those champions that you just hit one button and it's like everybody disappears. Like, poof, a magic trick. Just like when a plane goes into the Bermuda Triangle, sometimes it's just poof, gone.
Whoa, that's never happened on the LBLCS Airlines. I just gotta get ahead of this one. We have never lost a plane.
We're like local. I mean, we don't fly over there.
Dynasty Stray have the position in the river. They have the brush control. We see Rigor Mortis on that massive shutdown on 3 items and Mercs. This is one tough Wukong. A lot of burst on the Syndra, who might be up too far here. Does get the stun onto multiple members. Solarfire doesn't get the stun. And now Rigor Mortis, I can't tell if that was the clone that got pulled. There's so much damage going in onto the way there. Rigor Mortis is legendary in on the backside. And this fight is so split. Jin doing so much damage. Warwick trying to pick him off. And now Jax trying to fight them all off. Flash in from the Wukong. Thunder Sky doing a lot of healing, but that's going to be the pop. All that is left is the Blitzcrank, and it looks like that should be soul for the Plunderers.
Oh, what a snag. What a
big snag there. Not going to get the kill. They are going to get this mid tower. And they actually aren't going for an objective. Wukong is solo doing the dragon. The rest of them are pushing up mid. 10 seconds on the Misfortune. Does not have bullet time. They should be able to get this tower. Do they fish for more?
I mean, 20 seconds on some key champions. Syndra, Jax, a lot of the gold. Gonna opt to just go out. Gonna finish the dragon. I'm sure the Baron, after a reset, is gonna be the look here. I'm sorry I'm having the hiccups. But yes, that is probably going to be the look here in just a hot second.
Good feast there on the big chicken. That might be the first time I've ever seen that from a Cho'Gath.
Got astray. The chicken got astray.
Yeah, I mean, obviously just like was just barking up the wrong tree. Baron now going to be the look for the Plunderers. Objective bounty's not live, but that is Ocean Soul, which is going to be really tough on the Cho'Gath, on this Wukong. Hook going to go wide, and Blitzcrank is by themselves going to get chain CC'd here, and R gets popped, but that's going to be a 4v5 now, and the look is on Baron.
You know, if you're Dynasty Stray right now, you're feeling like your back's against the wall. Time is going up. You're wondering, do I go for the Baron or not? Series on the line, and we're deciding not to. But that's okay. You know, good choice. Gonna back up. Gonna think that, you know, have the opportunity to get that bullet time off. Have to, you know, one really good scatter, one really good bullet time. This game's still in there.
Yeah, we're gonna see this this top push coming out from CLG. They send the Cho'Gath bot to answer the Jax, who is still a strong member of this team, and the Syndra still can pop these squishy members. We are on 3 items. Blitzcrank looking to fish for a hook here. Stun, not going to connect onto the Wukong. Blitz is fishing, does hit onto the Hui. Jax dives in over the top. No flash on the way. This should be a pick. Shion doing so much. Jax flashing, but look at that bullet time. That is going to connect onto the Hui. Rigor Mortis has to flash out, and all of a sudden, this is a fight advantage for CLG. There is no Leona. 4v5. Health bars low on the Jax. Good dodge there from Jordan onto the Warwick. And Rigor Mortis gets down to about half. Doesn't have the flash. Has the Cyclone up. But you got to be careful here. You give over these shutdowns, and this is, again, looking a lot different. Curtain Call gets popped here. A lot of damage onto the Syndra. Fourth shot did a ton. Oh, not going to connect. Solar Flare not going to connect. They're holding this down. Hook goes wide. Rupture does connect onto the Misfortune, and they're Camp going all in onto the Misfortune, but Misfortune is by themselves. So many more help bars, and there is the Cyclone from Wukong, legendary, getting down the Warwick. Cho'Gath is tanking the tower, and that should be the tower dropping. Inhibitor should be short to follow. Dynasty Strike trying to get this mid-wave while they have a moment of relief. But now it is 4v4, 5v4 as the TP is coming in from the way. Can they hold off this finish? They don't have bullet time. Inked gets hooked in, and Jax is trying to do as much as they can. They do pick off the Leona. Jax is 1v3, and he is doing just fine. Gets so much damage off onto this Jin from the Jax. Wukong gets low, not low enough. Jax does get popped. Another massive hook in from the Blitzcrank. Does get the Cho'Gath. 3 members. Like Blitzcrank has to heal. They have to try and find a way to clear this wave. Double super waves coming through. Towers are going down, and they are trying to hold the line, but I don't think they have enough left. Hook comes through. Wukong is going to go down to the tower, but it's not going to be enough as the Nexus explodes, and that is going to be a 2-0 series win for the Plunderers.
Great games. Fantastic games. Shout out to Dynasty Stray, making them look great team fights available. Holy smokes. That was a great series. Shout out to, of course, the CLG Plunderers for picking up that win. Holy.
Yeah, very solid 2-0 here for the Plunderers. I believe that puts them at 2-2 in the group, so right in that kind of thick of the playoff race. Really good performances from, well, these names just aren't correct on several people in this game.
The sexy.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll take a look.
Rebrand.
You think they should
Rigor
rebrand?
Mortis, I think you need to rebrand here. The sex sheep is, it's telling you, man.
Yeah, I mean, really well played there by Rigor Mortis. Really well played by Seth Plays on the Jin. Very, you know, Jin is kind of like that weak side AD carry, but I think they played it really well. And a lot of good engages coming out from Rigor Mortis, from a camp, even Inked on the Ornn. Pretty solid 2-0 here for the Plunderers.
Agreed. Yeah, very impressed. You know, CLG had a couple rough, I believe, like 1 or 2 games. Came back looking really good right here. I think they found their stride. You know, not to say after they lost to me, but necessarily, but like they definitely found their stride here in the series for sure. But Dynasty Stray still looking to pick up, you know, their first win. I think they have some challenges ahead of them, but I think, you know, that there's the makings of a really good team here.
Yeah, absolutely. If anyone from the Plunderers is watching and they would like to come on and do a couple, question interview. Always like to hear from the winning team. Send somebody to community, and if not, we will just pat you guys on the back and congratulate you on your 2-0 series win. We will, I believe, now that the series is over, we are prepping for our landing, as we do have member in community. It is the captain of the team, a camp, who is getting moved up. Oh, let me try that again. I moved and it instantly moved them back. There we go. Welcome into the cockpit, I guess would be the technical term.
Nice.
How are we feeling tonight?
Feeling a bit better. Got a lot of things to work on still, and we're just kind of growing together, and I think that showed.
Right on.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
agree.
pretty solid 2-0. Kind of different vibes of each game, right? Game one, you guys kind of hit the ground running from ground zero. Got those advantages early, got the grubs, got the dragons. Game two, a little more even. Kind of, what was kind of like the team dynamic shift there? Because game two was pretty even through those first 15 minutes.
We were never worried in game two, honestly. We knew the Syndra was getting ahead, and we could tell that we weren't super worried about Jax, because Shogath was gonna turn into a monster and be able to zone the backline while we were able to just peel the Jax. But Syndra was our main concern, so that was just where I aimed a lot of my ults, and we ended up able to pick her off time after time, and then that was our target focus, and that's how we win fights.
Gotcha, makes sense. Bear, any thoughts off the top of the dome?
What's the thought process going into the game two draft? Just sitting there, you're like, oh yeah, let's lock Leona. They like Blitzcrank, obviously, really good matchup for Leona, and then it's just like boom, Warwick.
I mean, again, I wasn't super worried about Warwick. I just stand in front of the carries, and what are you going to do? Warwick ult me, blitz hook me. I'm a Leona. That's okay with me. I kind of just CC and then let my team carry.
Right on.
So looks like there was actually a lot of financial C action going on tonight. It looks like 3 of the 4 series for the week were played tonight. Only Volatility and Buttermilk, who played earlier in the week, not in action. Trying to kind of figure out. This definitely should bump you guys up in the standings. Kind of like, what are your guys' thoughts heading into these last couple weeks? Who are you kind of circling on the schedule? Who are you guys like identifying as kind of like your must-win matchups, or that final push to playoffs?
Yeah, the final push to playoffs is definitely going to be against KFC and Buttermilk. If we can take wins on either of those two, I think we'll be sitting for that line to make playoffs. Obviously, the goal is to win out, but that's kind of where our aim is right now, is the focus on those 2 matches, Buttermilk and KFC.
Yeah, makes sense. A couple of powerhouses in financial, especially Fried Chicken, who I actually think I saw took they got 2-0 tonight, so certainly might be catching them at a good time. Yeah, excited to see how the rest of the playoff push in Financial C and all the financial goes. I mean, really, all you got to do is make the playoffs, and then anything can happen.
Exactly.
I don't know. As we're wrapping up here, any shout outs or any parting comments?
I have a question.
There you go. Go ahead.
Do you think with the help of traffic control, you could land an airplane?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Right on.
It's my job.
Yeah, that's just like not a. It's like maybe the one.
What about without traffic control?
I mean, I don't know, but you're asking the one person that probably.
True. You are traffic control, aren't you? That checks out.
Yeah, that's actually not fair. Now that I'm thinking about it, our whole like theme for tonight just like kind of gave an unfair advantage to the Plunderers. Not gonna. It doesn't wipe the series score, but it does give a little bit of an asterisk.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to any parting thoughts or shout outs.
At least from the seasons I've played, a team that tops the group never wins the finals.
What the fuck? That's got to be shade towards me.
Or I think it's shade towards me over the last 3 years. So.
Oh, okay, that checks out as well.
Well, there you have it. Playoff push continues in Financial C. Big pickup for the Plunderers. Might have some more streams coming at you over the weekend. I know we've got the booth on Sunday. We are tentatively naming the show Hot Takes Over Hotcakes. Check out the content channel if you want a chance to come on the booth and talk with us. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up our stream. We've got a decent amount of viewers, so I don't know if Bear, if you have anybody that you see in particular that you want to raid, I will leave that in your hands.
I mean, am I allowed to show what level of favoritism am I allowed to show?
Not that much favoritism.
I mean, they're streaming a game though, the LCS game. If not, there's always the itty bitty banshee. So
Yeah, I can certainly throw ourselves towards pay it out wrong now. No, not with this many shekels on the line. CLG Plunderers, get the bet. Itty bitty banshee raid sounds good. We can throw they throw raids at us all the time. We can pay them back. You know, it's kind of like paying it forward, but both sides paying it forward. And with that should just about wrap us up. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you had some safe travels. Enjoy Labor Day weekend. And Bear, final word.
Peace.